The engagement is void. She is your new queen.
You'll regret which one you threw away. Kneel to your new queen, fake.
Kneel and thank the queen, or lose your scales!
The sea remembers what you forgot.
Stop that witch's song now!
You're crowned quiet what runs in my blood.
That voice, the sea is answering her.
Someone finally hears it.
Seize the witch! Strip her royal scale!
Strip my scale. The sea keeps the debt.
Now, take her scale!
That blade comes down, 2 clans go to war.
A deep-sea enemy defends a fake!
Your blood, that mark. It can't be, it's been gone for years.
Cover her neck! Seize them both!
So you all knew what I really am.
One scale gone. Sing now, witch.
Cut all you want. The song won't stop.
Silence her mouth before the sea hears more! Down on your knees, and I'll spare the rest.
The sea won't let me kneel. Can you?
That mark. Only the old sea god bled like that. Stop the blade! You don't know what you're cutting.
Why does an enemy care about my scales?
Take the next scale! Do it now! 3 gone! Where's your sea now?
Whoever you are, you're not dying tonight!
The last scale! Strip it before he reaches her!
Touch that scale, and I'll end you here.
You're bleeding. For an enemy's scale?
Then I'll cut you both down with one blade.
One more order, and this blade turns on you.
You'll start a war over me. Why?
Because that scale means the dead queen came back. This scale is hers. No one touches her again.
The enemy and the slut plotted to ruin our festival!
Move! I won't hide behind an enemy!
Don't move. They want you dead, not heard.
She seduced the enemy to betray us all! Burn her name!
Funny. The only enemy here is the one shielding me.
From tonight, the Deep Sea Clan is our enemy in blood!
Let me go! You're drowning yourself for me!
Let them. I'd rather drown than watch them gut you.
The whole sea wants me gone. Only you stayed. Let the whole sea see how close she stands to him.
Your blood. It's glowing again.
Don't look. Don't let them see this.
What are you hiding in her hand, Guardian?
You keep hiding my secret. What do you want from me?
Not what I want. What you are.
You all kneel to a fake queen. I'll let the sea judge that. Something in my blood is waking up. The sea answers me, not your fake queen.
See? The fake's curse summons disaster! She must die!
This isn't a curse. It's something coming back.
That's no omen. That's the old sea god's blood.
You keep saying that. You knew the old queen?
Kill the omen before it spreads! Seize her now!
The sea god rages because the king cast out his true bride. Strip the wrong bride, and the sea takes it back.
Don't listen to her lies! Take her down at once!
Wait. The sea never raged for Seraphine.
Ask yourself, my king, why won't the sea bow to her?
Enough! Drag her to the cells before she poisons the king!
Touch her, and you'll answer to the Deep Sea Clan.
Lock me away. The sea won't forget which bride you wronged.
Come! Take her down to the cells first.
Hold on! I will not let them bury you!
Verify blood again, my king. If you dare.
Then verify her right before the festival.
I don't know him. I betrayed alone.
She admits it! Banish the traitor at once!
Don't! This is my crime, not yours.
You're lying to save me. I won't let you.
The more you shield me, the faster I die. Live.
Banished! Drag her to the border stone!
One day I'll make them kneel for this.
Run along, fake. The crown was never yours. Enjoy your fake crown while the sea still lets you.
This isn't an exile. It's where I begin.
They locked away their queen. They just don't know it yet. Let them think they won. The festival decides.
That song you sang, where did you learn it?
You'll learn where, the night the sea splits for me. The wrong wedding. The sea will remember. Ask yourself which bride you really threw away.
That song, why does it feel like a warning? Which bride did I really throw away?
You're the fake, and I'll spare your exile.
You're scared, or you wouldn't be bargaining.
One more scale, and you'll beg to confess.
The sea hears me even here, Elder.
Stop that song! You'll bring the whole tide down!
Even caged, she bites back. I underestimated her.
The sea rages because the king wronged his true bride. Cut my scale now, and the sea will tear this place apart.
She turns every blow into a weapon.
If I can't cut it, I'll seal that cursed's voice!
Seal my voice. And how will you explain the silent tide?
You think a few ripples make you a queen?
The sea won't let me kneel. Are you sure you'll cut me? One cut, and the whole sea will know what you fear.
The festival comes. The sea will expose you as a fake.
Enjoy your cage. After the festival, no one saves you.
Run, Elder. You're the one who will kneel.
You knew I was watching, so tell me, what are you really planning?
Seal her throat. Cut off that cursed song tonight.
You can come out now. They won't see you.
The tide's breaking the far wall. Go look, fools. You came to guard my scale, but you stayed to watch.
You set all of this up. Every blow was bait. What are you really after? Tell me the truth.
I survive. Now your turn. Why do you keep saving me? You knew the old queen. You knew this blood. Who are you?
Some questions. Asking them gets you killed.
An enemy this close should worry me. You're closer than an enemy should ever be.
Don't read into this. I'm only here for the scale.
Only the scale? Then why does your hand shake? You recognize my blood, but you won't call the guards. So tell me, Guardian, do you want my blood or my throne?
Neither. I want something far more dangerous. I want to see you take back everything they stole.
Hide! Now! If they catch you here, we're both dead.
Hold still. This will keep them from cutting again.
You move like you've guarded royalty before.
I've guarded many things. None like you.
You're hiding something behind those eyes.
That mark scares you, why?
It doesn't scare me. It reminds me of someone gone.
Someone gone. Who wore this same blood. You knew her. And you see her in me, don't you?
Stop digging. Some grave shouldn't be opened.
You keep my secret like it's your own. You could have turned me in for a reward. You didn't.
Some things are worth more than any reward.
You know this blood. You won't kill me. So what do you want? A man who guards a fake secret wants something. You hide my blood, you won't end me. Guardian, what am I to you?
Don't ask me that. Not yet.
Not yet? Then when, Guardian?
When the festival comes, you'll learn what you really are.
Stay close. Let them think we're plotting together.
What are you doing? You'll get us both killed.
I'm not hiding the fire. I'm spreading it.
You're using yourself as bait! Are you insane?
The more they panic, the more they slip. She's almost here. Don't move. Just trust me. No one will ever pull us apart, you hear me?
She's recording. This is exactly what they want.
Let her record it all. It's the rope they'll hang themselves with.
You're playing with fire you can't put out.
Sell it. She has to believe every second.
Tell me this is just an act, or I'll believe it's not.
Closer. She needs to see this.
If you stop now, I won't be able to.
Don't pull away, she's right there.
stopped. She's not moving.
Hold it. Let her drink in every frame. Got it. Now the fire spreads.
Look! The fake kissed our blood enemy!
The crime is mine alone. He's not part of this.
Lock the traitor in chains before the whole sea!
Chain me all you want. The truth stays free.
Why take it all? I won't let you bleed for me!
Before you chain me, my king, answer one question.
Did you verify my blood before you cast me away? The festival hasn't come. Who dares call me fake yet?
Don't let her lies poison you! Chain her now!
She's right. No blood was verified before the festival.
Verify it now, my king. Unless you're afraid of the answer.
She's not the one in chains. They are.
Don't listen to her! The festival will prove me true!
If you're so true, why fear one drop of my blood?
Enough! I'll have her blood verified myself. You chained yourself just to hook the king.
Chains break. The festival decides who kneels.
Take her down! Before the festival. Verify her blood again.
Kneel and prove yourself, or be named a fake.
Read it however you like. The sea will read it true.
Why won't the liquid settle? Answer me, Elder!
The liquid is corrupted by her cursed blood.
Here! Proof her blood is tainted and false!
So eager to prove me false. Why the rush?
This roll proves she's no royal blood at all!
That scroll's ink is fresh. Who rewrote it?
She's fishing. She wanted them to forge it.
The verification stands! She is proven false!
Look closer, my king. The truth is in the ink.
Don't be fooled by her tricks! The scroll is genuine!
This ink was added after. Who altered this scroll?
Whoever forged it was very eager to bury me. Who was so eager to verify my result for me?
I only brought what the Elder gave me!
Silence, you fool! Don't say another word!
Forged blood, fresh ink. Where else have you rewritten the law? This scroll was swapped. The real law is hidden. This isn't the blood law they used on me. The law that stripped me
Was forged from the start!
The original law, it's still here, untouched. The real law says my bloodline is the true one. They didn't mistake me. They buried me on purpose. And the seal on this forgery? I know that mark. Mordain's seal. He forged the law that destroyed me. Now I have the teeth to bite back at last.
Who's there? Show yourself now!
So you found it too. The forged law.
You knew about this law. How long have you known?
Long enough to know what they stole from you.
You knew I was the true heir. Why stay silent?
Speak too soon, and they'd have killed you in the cradle.
Killed in the cradle? You knew me before all this? Who are you really, to know my blood from birth?
Hide, now. If they find these scrolls, you're dead. Every blow you took was bait. You planned it all?
Endure once, they slip once. That's how I win.
The scaling, the verify, the kiss. You staged it all.
Now you see what they tried to bury.
You let them break you, just to break them back.
I don't break. I bend until they fall.
Someone like you should never kneel to anyone.
And someone like you shouldn't be on their side.
I was never on theirs. I've only watched you.
You're closer than you've ever dared. Watching me
or wanting me, Guardian?
Both. God help me, both. I'll burn this whole sea before they touch you again.
Then prove it. Not with words.
Then let me prove it right now. The torches, they're coming back.
Let them come. Let them think I'm trapped. Now, we make them open the wrong door.
The forged law is here. The Elder's seal proves it all.
Why announce it? You're handing him the bait.
I'm not hiding it from him. I'm luring him out. This grave, even he won't think to dig. He'll panic. A panicked fox always shows its teeth.
He's coming, with half the guard behind him.
Search every cabinet! Burn the scrolls before she shows them!
See? He's breaking 3 laws just to hide one.
I'll draw them to the East Hall. You watch him slip.
Over here! Someone's escaping through the East Hall!
Dig, Elder. Dig right into your own trap.
Empty? It was here! Where are the scrolls? She moved them! Find her! Tear this place apart!
Looking for proof you forged the law, Elder?
Wherever you hid them, you won't live to use them!
Kill me, and the proof surfaces anyway. I made sure. You broke the law to hide a forgery. The whole sea saw.
Then I'll bury you with 2 crimes before the festival comes.
Forging law and bedding the enemy! Banish her now!
I won't defend myself. I ask to be banished.
You ask for exile? What game is this, witch?
Exile me. The festival will summon me back.
She's turning her punishment into a door.
Granted. Drag her to the border stone at once!
Wherever they send you, I'll find you! I swear!
Don't follow openly. I need them to think I'm alone.
Cross into the Death Sea, and the enemy will finish you.
The Death Sea holds answers no one wants found. Beyond this stone lies where the old queen was killed.
One last word for you, my king, before I go.
Speak then. What does the sea remember?
At the festival, you'll know who you banished today. And you'll see what kind of fake you crowned in my place.
Go. I'll be waiting where they can't see.
The wrong bride is walking into the sea. Remember that.
Which bride did I just throw into the sea?
Me here, and he'll have no choice but to save me.
You drifted into the Death Sea on purpose. Why?
I'm not running. I'm walking into the enemy's heart.
You bring a Murphish traitor into our halls?
Hate me all you like. I came for the truth you bury.
I brought her. Question me, not her.
You betray your own clan for an enemy's whore?
You all flinch when I say old sea god. Why?
She's not hiding here, she's hunting.
Silence her! A traitor has no right to our past!
Kill me, and you'll never know how your god died.
What does a Mercian fake know of our god's death?
Your god wasn't taken by age. He was murdered.
Murdered? By whom? Speak, or I'll have your tongue!
Keep me alive, and I'll show you who held the knife.
She's a traitor! Why should we keep her alive?
Keep me, and I'll tell you exactly how your old sea god was killed. The one who killed your god still walks the Murphish throne.
Old God, hear me. Show me how you fell. A memory. The old god gave someone his last command. He entrusted his heir to someone. But to whom? This memory points to someone in this very clan. A guardian's mark. He gave it to a keeper of graves.
The gravekeeper! He's been here all along.
Stop. That memory is forbidden to wake.
Why guard a memory that isn't even yours to keep?
Some graves swallow whoever digs too deep.
You're not stopping me. You're protecting me.
This mark, it's the same one on your neck.
Coincidence. Many bear marks of the deep.
Coincidence? Then why does your hand cover it? The old god's heir was entrusted to a gravekeeper. That's you. The one the old god trusted to guard his heir is in this clan, isn't he?
Don't ask what you can't unknow.
The keeper of the old god's heir. It's standing right in front of me.
Stop digging before the truth gets us both killed.
The king summons you back to the palace at once. The king who banished me now wants me back? Perhaps I'll consider returning. Tell me his real reason. The king needs your blood verified at the festival. So he wants my power, not me. Go on. A king who throws me out, then needs my blood to win?
You're really thinking of going back to him?
Why does it bother you so much, Guardian?
Because going back means putting yourself in his hands.
You keep saying his hands, is that what worries you? In his hands? Or you just don't want me out of yours?
Don't twist this. I just don't trust him with you.
You're jealous of a king who only wants my blood. Tell me to stay, Guardian. Just once.
Stay. Don't go back to him. Stay with me.
You're nervous, Guardian. What are you so afraid of? Relax. I never planned to go back. I planned to use him. Summon me back? Only to bleed me for the throne. Tell your king, I won't be his tool. I won't return. Refuse the king, and you'll have no place to return to.
I make my own place. I don't beg for his.
You could have gone back to safety. Why refuse?
Safety's tool isn't safety. I'd rather hunt the truth.
You'd rather face than be anyone's pawn.
A pawn wins nothing. I intend to win everything.
Then win it here. Stay. Don't go any.
You ask me to stay like it costs you everything. You keep asking me to stay, but you won't tell me why.
Because I can't watch the sea take you away again.
When did the sea take me from you before?
You knew me before. Tell me, Guardian.
Some answers I can only give you after the festival.
The festival, then. I'll hold you to that, Guardian.
The gods. Not now. Not when I'm this close.
I won't return to the Merfolk Palace. I'll stay here. I stay to help uncover the old sea god's death.
A Merfid staying here? What's your real game?
I carry the song that wakes your god's memory.
She stays under my watch. I vouch for her.
You give me ground to dig. That's all I ask.
I won't shield you anymore. I'll give you a battlefield.
Not your shield, then. Your ally. I like that better. The king won't forget you chose the enemy over him.
Choosing him would have been the real mistake. Takes a question back to your king for me.
She's not done. She's aiming straight at the Fate Queen.
Ask the king, can his new queen command the sea? If she can't move the tide, what kind of heir is she? The king must hear this! At once!
You just turned his own messenger into your blade.
The festival nears. I want him doubting his fake before then.
If the Fate can't command the sea, then bring the real one back. Broken!
Watch closely. The sea is about to choose. Crawl back to watch a real queen command the sea.
You walked into into the open. They'll tear you apart.
Let them watch. They'll witness the fake fail.
Rise for your true queen! Answer my call, sea! Rise! I command you! Why won't you rise?
The sea knows a fake when it hears one.
The tide rests today. The festival proper hasn't begun.
3 calls, no answer. Her fake blood is showing.
3 times she called. The sea answered none.
The fake's cursed presence is blocking the tide.
I block nothing. The sea simply won't lie for her. Want proof who the sea bows to? Then watch this. Drag her out! She's the one cursing the sacred tide!
Curse it? Watch me make the sea answer me instead.
Impossible! The sea! It's answering her! The sea god warns you! Your new queen is false! The sea refuses her! It answers only true blood!
Seal her mouth! Blocking the festival!
She called 3 times and got silence. Called once.
She made the whole sea testify against the fake.
If she's the true heir, why won't the sea obey her? What kind of true heir can't even move the tide? You use the enemy's dark power to fake this tide!
Dark power doesn't bow the tide. Only true blood does. Dark power? Then why does the sea kneel, not flee?
One commands the sea, one cannot. Which is the fake?
The king mustn't be deceived! She's twisting sacred signs!
Sacred signs? The sea just named her a frad. What can't command the sea? What kneels for is the real fake.
Enough! Drag her out! She's a witch from the enemy!
Drag me out? Then who'll keep the tide from drowning you all?
She's the enemy's whore! Guardian! What is she to you? Use the enemy's power to defile our tide!
Good. Then let both clans judge who truly moves the sea. A fake moved nothing. I moved the tide. Judge that. A fake moved the sea. A queen couldn't.
Whose curse? Whose truth?
She turned her own trial into the fakes.
My king, you saw it. Will you still call me the fake? The sea answered me, not her. Verify us both.
Then I'll have both verified before the whole festival.
No! Don't verify! She's poisoned your mind with tricks!
Afraid of a verify? A true heir never would be.
Verify at the festival proper! Not here! Not now!
Why delay, Elder? Afraid the festival proves her false?
Enough delay. The verify stands. I've decided.
Then ask the Guardian! What is this witch to him? Answer, Guardian! Why does the enemy protect a Moish fake?
Don't, Theron, don't expose yourself for me.
What is she to me? Let me tell the whole sea! She didn't use enemy power. She wields what you fear to name. I vouch as guardian. The sea bows to her blood alone.
Traitor! You shame your clan for an enemy's bed!
Burn me all you want. Her blood is true.
Why take all their fire? They'll never forgive you.
Let them burn me. You finally have room to speak.
A guardian vouches for me. A queen can't move the tide. Decide.
See? They're lovers! The traitor lies for his whore!
A guardian risks all to vouch. That settles it. Verify her now.
No, not the verify! I won't stand this trial!
The whole sea is watching. Now no one can bury the truth.
This time, I don't win it for you. I hold this stage.
You'd burn for me just to let me fight my own war.
Fight your war. I'll just make sure no one stops you.
Then stay this close and let them all see.
Let them see. I'm done hiding what you are to me.
Then don't hide it. Not from them, not from me.
Then let the whole sea watch me.
The verify is set. They can't unsee what the sea showed. You took their hate. That debt is mine now.
The traitor Guardian must be punished for siding with the enemy!
Don't owe me, I'd take it all again, gladly.
I won't let them break you for standing with me.
Worth it. Every bit of it. You're worth it.
To save you to win, I have to wake fully at the festival. The festival is the only way to clear your name.
Then we reach that festival together, whatever it costs.
Every blow I took today bought me the festival stage. I traded their hate for one thing, the verify they can't escape.
Now I leave the king one last thought to chew on. Want to know who's the true heir, my king?
At the festival, the sea itself will verify you.
The sea will verify. Then I'll know which one I crowned. And find out who that guardian really is before he buries us all.
Let him obsess. The closer the festival, the tighter my net.
Your net, my blade. We close it together.
Renounce the Murphish witch or face exile from the clan!
I won't renounce her. Banish me if you must.
Choose now! Your clan or the enemy you bed!
Punish him, and you bury the truth with him. Before you exile him, hear how your old god really died. The keeper of the graves knows. Ask old Orin. Old keeper, the song remembers what you hide.
That song, only the old god's heir could sing it, the grave keeper. He was no enemy. He guarded the heir.
Who was the grave keeper? Where did he hide the heir?
The keeper took the enemy's mask to guard the old god's last...
Stop, Orin! That grave is forbidden to speak of!
The keeper guarded the old god's last what? His heir?
Some graves, once opened, can't be closed again.
Then let it stay open! I'm done being kept in the dark. The enemy's mask. The gravekeeper. That's you, isn't it? If you won't tell me, the graves will. I'll dig until they do. The graves hide the truth. I'm going to dig it out. Gravekeeper carvings. This isn't an enemy's shrine. This clan guards the old sea god's grave. Why? The old god entrusted his heir to a gravekeeper. The gravekeeper wore the enemy's mask to hide the heir. He's no enemy guardian. He's the keeper of my blood. The keeper's mark? It's the same one on Theron's neck. He saved me, knew me, all under the old god's command. But the carvings go deeper. The old god's death. I need it all! The old god didn't die of age. He was murdered. The one who held the knife, it points to Mordran. Theron's identity and Mordain's murder, both in my hands now. Now I know who he is, and who killed the old god. He guarded me on command. Was any of it real?
You shouldn't have dug this far. Not this.
Gravekeeper. You wore the enemy's mask all along. You saved me on the old god's command, not for me. And this, the old god was murdered. By Mordran. You knew, didn't you?
Yes. I guarded you on the old god's last command.
So saving me, knowing me, all of it was duty? Fine, duty or not, right now I need to save you. I won't drown in this. I'll use the truth to free you. This carving proves you never betrayed your clan. A gravekeeper guarding the god's heir isn't treason. It's his oath. He's no traitor. He's the keeper of the old god's grave. Guarding the heir was his sacred duty. Punish him, and you betray your own god.
She breaks inside, yet still fights to free me.
The truth is undeniable. They have to free him.
If this is true, the Keeper kept a sacred oath, not betrayal.
Before you free him, hear what blood that Keeper guards.
The heir that Keeper guards is that Murphish witch herself! If he kept the grave, she's the true heir! Kill them both!
They turned the truth into a noose for us both.
If I'm the true heir, then no one here has the right to kill me.
Enough! If she's the heir that God entrusted, we judge them both now!
He guards no one. He obeyed a dead god's order, nothing more.
Lies! The Keeper bled for you! You can't undo that!
Whatever he did, it ends here. We're done. Completely. Bleeding for me was his error. I owe him nothing.
He saved an enemy by mistake. That's his only crime.
If they're truly done, the Keeper broke no sacred oath.
Free him, and let me leave. I ask to go alone. I'll find how your god died, alone, far from here.
Then go. The Keeper is cleared, the witch leaves alone.
Done? After everything you call us done? You think I guarded you all this time? Only on his command?
Done. Stay, and your grave secret dies with both of us. Command or not, it doesn't matter now. Goodbye.
Don't walk away. Not like this. Not with a lie. Done, you say? You don't get to say done and leave. Tell me to my face this means nothing. Then I'll let you go.
It means nothing. Now let go of my wrist.
You're lying. And I'm going to prove it right now.
Not now. This isn't the time for any of this.
Then when? When will it ever be the time?
When I uncover how the old god died. When I survive the festival.
Some truths I have to dig out alone, Therian. If I live through it, then I'll tell you my heart.
Then let me go with you. Don't face Mordran alone.
No. If we go together, your secret dies with you. Alone, I'm just a witch. With you, you're a dead gravekeeper.
You don't want me to shield you. You want to win beside me.
This comes after. The truth comes first. Wait for me. After I uncover it all, we'll talk about us.
Then I'll wait, uncover it all, then come back to me.
Mordran killed a god. I'll bring his crime to the festival. Stay alive, Gravekeeper. I'll come back to finish this. The festival decides everything. I'll be ready.
Go. I'll guard your war from the shadows. You think I still guard you on his command? You're wrong. After you find the truth, I'll tell you. It stopped being duty long ago. Bring her forward. We verify her blood here, today.
The king who banished me now drags me back to bleed?
She faked the tide with the enemy's cursed power!
Look at her shaking. That's what guilt looks like. If my tide was fake, then call yours, right now!
Enough! The verify will show whose tide is true.
Don't verify her here! She'll curse the sacred waters!
A true heir fears no water. What are you so afraid of?
To protect the sacred festival, the law demands seal her scales.
Seal my scales before the festival? Clever elder.
Seal my scales? You just don't want me to wake.
The law is read! Seal the cursed scales! At once!
Seal them, and the festival will expose your fake forever. My king, why seal me before you verify? Afraid of what you'll see?
Don't let her words sway you! Seal her now!
Seal a true heir, and the sea itself will answer for it. Once you seal me, you'll never know which queen you crowned. Right on time.
This seal locks her scales forever. She'll never wake again.
Lock my scales, and you lock away your only true queen. Seal her. Make the fake a powerless cripple forever. 30 schemes. Seal me, and the festival sea will name her the fraud!
Silence her! Press the seal to her scales now!
My king, the sea answered me, not her. Will you still seal me? Seal the wrong queen, and the festival will drown you in shame.
Don't listen, my king! This witch lies to escape the seal!
He chose his fear over his own true queen. Go ahead, seal me. The sea won't forgive this.
Now, seal the cursed scales and end her forever!
My blood remembers. You can't seal what's already waking. Seal me today and you'll all kneel at the festival.
Who dares break into my hall during the verify?
Stop! That seal touches her, and you'll all regret it!
Theron, you can't be here. You'll expose everything.
Seal her scales? You're about to seal the sea god's own blood. Seal her scales, and you seal the sea god's bloodline. I'm the gravekeeper. I've guarded her blood for years.
A gravekeeper of the enemy? Then you're a traitor twice over!
Hunt me if you dare. Her blood is the true crown.
You exposed everything for me. They'll hunt you now.
The sea himself charged me to keep her safe.
He just confessed! The keeper guards her! So she's the true heir we must kill!
You're so eager to kill her. What are you hiding, Elder?
Seize the traitor, keeper, and the witch! Execute them both!
Touch her, and I take down half this hall first!
Why do this? You traded your life to shield me.
You held the line so long. This time, I hold it for you.
You all heard it. Sea god's blood. Now you can't unhear it.
You said it would be after the festival, but you couldn't wait?
Don't just stand there! Drag them both to the cells now! The keeper traitor stands confessed! Take them both and kill them!
They'll kill you for this! Let me handle it!
No. This time, I shield you.
No one seals her. I'll fight every god in this hall.
You said... But duty doesn't bleed like this for me.
Remember what I couldn't say on the trial stand.
I spent 30 fights thinking it was all in order. You risked it all. Not on his order, but for me.
It stopped being duty the moment I couldn't let you drown.
I uncovered it all. Mordran killed the god.
The keeper, traitor, and the witch! They're kissing in the king's hall!
Proof of treason! Execute the keeper! Seal the witch! Now! The keeper's secret is out! Both clans! Hunt him down!
just chose you. And now they want you dead. They'll hunt you to death. Leave me. Go now.
Leave you, never. We leave together or not at all.
Seal me tonight, and the festival sea will tear you apart tomorrow.
The festival opens tomorrow. Seal her tonight. Kill him at dawn.
Listen to me. Run while you still can. I'll hold them.
I waited 30 fights to say I love you. I won't run now. Whatever comes, I face it beside you. Always.
We finally said it. And now they'll tear us apart.
Hold on. Reach the festival, and the sea wakes for you.
Tear them apart. Seal her. Drag the keeper to the dawn blade.
Don't let go. Therian, whatever happens, don't let go.
Hold on till the festival. I'll find you there.
Tomorrow the festival opens. Tonight, the witch loses everything. Tonight, we cleanse the fake. Seal her scales before the festival.
Cleanse the fake? The festival sea will name her tomorrow.
The unclean fake has no right to enter the sacred festival.
She accuses me of being unclean, yet she shakes. Unclean? Then you cleanse the sea tomorrow, if you can.
Let the cleansing proceed. The festival must stay pure.
To the sealing plant. Cleanse her cursed scales at once!
Cleansing? You just need me sealed before the sea wakes me.
Silence her! Press the seal to her scales before dawn!
One night before the sea wakes, they know they're running out of time. Seal me the night before, and you'll all kneel by dawn.
Don't seal her! I'm coming! Hold on, Mary!
That hum. My blood is calling me to that door, behind that door. The old god's blood is waiting for me.
Keep moving! Don't let her near that sealed door!
That door holds answers Mordran killed to bury!
Mordran buried his crime behind that stone. I'll find it.
Get her away from that door! She must not see what's inside!
The memory! It's pulling me into that night! The old god! He wasn't taken by age, someone struck him! Show me who! Show me the one who held the knife! Mordran. It was Mordran who killed the god. He struck down the god, then hid the crime for years. Theron guarded me because of this murder. And Seraphine, he forged her. A fake heir he planted himself. He killed the god, faked an heir, rewrote every law to bury me!
Every law that broke me, he forged them all. Now I have it all. The whole truth, in my blood. 30 fights of swallowed pride. It all led here. To this proof. I'll bring all of it to the festival. He'll fall before the whole sea. Time to drag the truth into the festival light. Mordran, you killed a god. Tomorrow the sea judges you.
You've seen far too much. No one leaves this room alive.
Kill me here, and the festival sea still names your crime. I saw it all. You killed the god, forged the fake heir.
Then you'll die with that truth, buried here, forever silent! Traitor fake! She spews lies to no sacred festival! Seize her!
He killed the old god! I saw it in the blood memory!
Silence her! Gag the traitor before she poisons the festival!
Gag me all you want! The festival will speak for me! He forged the fake heir! Seraphine is his puppet!
Let her speak! She holds the truth of the god's murder! I'll vouch for her! The god was murdered by Mordran! The keeper, traitor, and his witch. By both clans' law, separate them! Don't touch her!
She's the true heir, the real queen!
Don't risk your life! The festival will free us both! Therian! They'll kill you! Don't fight them! Save yourself!
I won't leave you. Hold on till the festival. I'll come. Marin, whatever they do, don't kneel. The sea will rise for you.
I won't kneel. I'll wait for the sea. And for you.
Tomorrow she's sealed, and the Keeper meets the Dawnblade.
Hold the line one more time. Tomorrow, the sea speaks for you. Hold on, Marin. Tomorrow, the sea will speak for you.
One more time! Stay alive! I'll see you at the festival!
Marin, can you hear me? Are you on the other side?
I'm here. One wall. And they think it'll stop us.
Tomorrow they'll seal you before you can speak the truth.
I hold the proof, but they've gagged every word. Tomorrow they push me to the center, sealed, accused, alone.
Not alone. When the sea rises, I'll be there. I swear.
This wall is the closest I've been to you all night.
Then let me reach you. Slide your hand to the crack.
I feel you. Even through stone, I feel you.
One wall, one night. Then nothing keeps us apart. Tomorrow, I wake the sea. Then I'll reach you for real.
Wake it. And I'll tear down this wall to reach you.
I waited 30 fights to say it back. I love you too.
Say it again. Through this wall, say it again.
I love you, Gravekeeper. Across stone, across everything.
One wall. Just one wall between my lips and yours.
Tomorrow, no wall. Tomorrow I kiss you for real.
The horn. The festival begins. It's time, Therian.
Seal the fake scales! Judge her treason! Cleanse the festival!
Cleanse? You're the filth this festival should wash away.
Let the cleansing begin. The festival demands a true heir. Let me through! Don't you dare touch her, Morin!
Stay back, Theron. This battle, I fight it myself.
Kneel and confess, fake, then I'll seal you quickly.
Kneel? 30 times you broke me, I never knelt once. Banished, scaled, sealed, and still I stand. Watch the sea.
Watch me command the sea, fake, then watch you sealed forever!
Command it then. Let the whole see who it bows to. Hold on, Therion. The sea is about to speak.
Enough waiting! Seal her now, before the sea answers! The fake's last moment. Kneel, confess, and be sealed!
You all want me on my knees. Watch me rise instead.
Confess your treason, or the festival seals you. Choose now.
Confess? I'd rather let the sea confess for me. You want a confession? Then ask the sea who I really am!
You called 3 times and got silence. Now watch me call once.
Rise for your true queen! The sea answers only me!
The sea answers only you? Then where is your tide?
The sea rages! Kneel and confess! Fake appease its wrath!
3 calls, dead silence. That's your true queen. Her tide is dead silence. Mine, you're about to see.
She's waiting. Wait for it. The sea will rise for her!
The fake's curse blocks the tide! Kneel or be sealed now! Then I'll seal you before your curse drowns us all!
I block nothing. The sea simply refuse a fraud. Push me to kneel. The sea will kneel to me instead. Seal me, and the sea will name your fake forever.
Wait. Let the fake prove her tide before we seal her.
You want to know who the sea bows to? Watch closely. Sea rage? Let me show you who the sea truly answers. Sea rage. I'll show you who the sea answers to. The sea kneels to no god. Now watch it answer me. This is the sea answering its true queen! Your seal can't touch what the sea protects. She called thrice and got silence. One drop of my blood, and the sea rose.
Impossible! Seal her! Seal those cursed scales now!
She did it. She woke the sea herself. She always could.
I'm done hiding. Let the whole sea see the true heir!
I choose to be seen. Fake or queen, the sea decides now. 30 fights I hid. Today, I let them all see who I am.
Look, new scales rise, seals, where you stripped me bare. Your fake couldn't move it. Watch the sea carry me.
She called thrice and got nothing. One drop from me, whose blood is real. Your seals drown in my tide. You can't bury a queen.
Seal her! I command you, seal the cursed witch now!
The one who can't move the sea, who should kneel first is who? Whoever can't command the sea, she's the real fake. Now kneel. The fake, the fraud, the one who kneels. It was never me.
Who can't move the sea? Who should kneel first? Answer me!
Only the true sea god's blood can split the sea. The sea parts only for its rightful queen. Now you see.
It's a trick! She used the enemy's dark magic to split it!
The scales you stripped are reborn as the sea god's own. Dark magic? Then why do new sea god scales grow on me?
It's the enemy's curse! Don't kneel to this cursed witch! The law forbids this magic! I rewrote it myself to stop her!
Every law that broke me, you just admitted forging it. You rewrote it myself. You just confessed to forging the law.
I only adjusted the law to protect the festival's purity.
Adjusted the law to bury the true heir.
You rewrote the law yourself? Then who is the real fake here?
The mask is slipping, Elder. The whole sea sees you now. You fear no dark magic. You fear me remembering that night. You're not afraid of dark power. You fear I remember that night, 30 years ago. 30 years ago, you held the knife. The blood memory showed me everything you buried that night. You killed a god that night. And now, the whole sea will know.
Seal her now! Kill her on the spot! Leave no witness! Faster! Press the seal before she calls Clyde the tug end!
Silence me to bury your crime. Half awake, and I already push your seals back. Your seals can't touch me now. The tide is mine.
How can a sealed fake wield such power? Out of my way! I'm reaching her no matter the cost!
Don't fight your way in, Theron. This time, I win it myself.
He gave me the battlefield. The victory, I take it myself. The tide answers me, and it's done answering you. You buried me 30 years. Now I rise, and you fall.
Fine! Then let me expose the traitor who made possible war!
The Gravekeeper? He served the god you murdered.
She's in league with the enemy's Gravekeeper! Traitor Keeper appears! It's proof of treason the moment he...
Treason? I served the god you killed 30 years ago!
The Keeper, traitor, and his witch! Both clans, kill them now! Seize the traitor Keeper, both clans, cut him down now!
Kill us? My power's awake, and I hold your crime.
I'm not here to save you.
The harder you push, Elder, the closer you get to your own cliff.
Treason confirmed! Both clans, execute the traitor and the witch!
Beside you, not in front. Your war, our victory.
Together then, we take everything they stole.
Mordran, Seraphana, my king, your reckoning starts now. Watch the tide rise. Watch it stand behind its queen. You sat in judgment of me, now I sit in judgment of you. The festival was your trial for me. Look up at the wall I command, and remember who you crushed.
Everyone who stripped me, banished me, sealed me, look at me now! Now it's my turn to judge every one of you. The crown, the blood, the lies, I'm taking it all back today. 30 fights of swallowed pride end here, judgment begins.
You're the true heir? Then command the awakened sea once more. I won't rush your reckoning. First, let her sing.
Rise, please, rise for me. I am the true queen. Why won't you answer? I am your queen!
Dead silence again. The sea has named you a fraud.
She's not flaunting power, she's making them see the truth.
Tell them, who made you a fake queen? A fake heir doesn't forge herself. Who planted you here?
It was Moriat! The elder made me impersonate the air!
Silence, you fool! Don't listen to a desperate liar!
A desperate liar? Then let's start with you, elder. The fake named her maker. Now I'll judge the maker himself. The same throne where you judged me, elder. I take it now. You stripped me on this stage. Now I judge you from it.
You have no right! A fake cannot judge an elder of the sea!
The fake named you herself. You forged a queen, forged the laws. Now I'll show them all. Now, elder, let's tell the whole sea exactly what you did 30 years ago.
Behold the night you murdered the sea god, elder. The sea remembers what you killed to bury.
This is the enemy's illusion! None of it is real!
Then why does the sea itself confirm it all? You killed the god, forged the fake, rewrote every law to bury me.
I acted to protect the sea! The bloodline was unstable!
The laws you used to crush me, now they crush you. Protect the sea? You murdered its god and crowned a puppet.
Impossible! You were an infant! You can't possibly remember!
You buried the truth in my blood, and it grew with me. The blood remembers what the child couldn't. I saw it all.
No! The blood memory was sealed!
Every cruelty kept it alive. You stripped my scales, banished me, sealed me, each time helped me remember. Every strip, every seal, every trial. Each one helped me remember you.
Now the whole sea knows! The god you murdered, the heir you buried, both judge you now. The elder has fallen, now my king. It's your turn to answer.
You called my blood impure the day you cast me away. Now the sea has verified me. Whose blood was impure?
I was blind. I cast away the true queen for a forged one.
Every place you shamed me becomes my coronation step. Here you stripped my scales. Here new sea god scales crown me.
Forgive us, true queen! We were deceived by the elder!
Here you judged my blood a lie. Now I judge from the throne. Every shame you gave me, I turn into a step to the crown.
This throne, it was always meant to be yours.
Yours to give. You don't hand me a throne I bled for. I clawed this crown back myself. It was never yours to give. Every voice that cursed me now begs for mercy. You called me a curse. Now you kneel to your true queen.
Take the crown back. Take everything. Just don't leave the throne empty.
You have nothing left to give me. The throne is mine. Earned. It's not yours to offer back.
The throne I won myself. But this is the choice I make freely.
He's no traitor. He's the keeper the old god trusted. The law he broke was Mordran's lie. He cleared, fully cleared.
I guarded her, I chose her. She's the queen I was born to serve. I stand with her, not behind the old god's order, but my own heart. I never guarded her on duty alone. She's my chosen queen.
But this victory, it's mine. You gave me battlefield, I won it.
I finally understand. You never needed shielding. You're right, I won't shield you. I'll stand at your side.
Then stand beside me, Gravekeeper. That's where I choose you. I take this hand because I want to, not because I must. The crown I earned, but you. I choose you.
Then choose me out loud. Let the whole sea hear it.
I choose you, Gravekeeper. Out loud, before them all. This time I reach for you. This time I kiss you. Mine. Now and always.
From the first day I found you,
always yours.
Mer and deep sea, no more enemies. The old feud ends here. Tomorrow, the sea crowns me, and I'll rule it on my own terms.
I rise crowned by the sea itself.
I stand beside you, not before you. Your reign, your sea.
This throne, no one gave me. I clawed it back, scale by scale.
And love, I chose it myself. No one banished it.
These waters I rule, this crown I earned, this man I chose.
The feud ends with you. Mer and Deep Sea, united under your reign.
The fake you buried wears the true crown now.
Every hand that crushed me now bends beneath my throne.
The queen I threw away now reigns over us all.
Stripped me, judged me. Look closely now. You who banished and judged me.
She rules the sea now. The crown is mine, the sea is mine, and he's the one I chose.
The sea remembers, and now, so will all of you.